Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Suikoden. Last time I gave you the final castle tour to show you where all 108 characters hang out in our castle. Now it's time to end this shit. Time to attack the castle head on. So let's us head towards the castle, shall we? Hell yeah. Uh-oh. Who is this, if you recall? This is Guide, the guy who was guarding the fortress of Quaba early on in the game when we first escaped this area of the world. But now we finally have to deal with him? Took long enough, right? I know. And he's not even one of the 5 Imperial Generals. He's just a commander. I believe your name was Shuttletime Reinbach III, wasn't it? Huh? Please let us pass? Uh-oh. He's an Imperial General. Since when is you an Imperial General? Because you're the only one left, that's why. So, it looks like it's time to throw down with one of the last loyal followers of Emperor Barbarossa, Lord Guide. So be it. Okay, so you'll quickly see my party has Pezmerga, Luke, Tengar, and then Victor, Flick, and main character Funky G. This will be my party for the end of the game. Now, the best way to deal with Guide? Go all out. So, we're going to go all the fuck out. Check it out. I'm going to hit him with some Shining Wind, and the water doesn't really have a lot of physical attacks, so we'll just hit him with regular attack. A good thing for Tengar is to have... You don't have to give her the Flowing Rune. I only did it to be on the safe side. It's actually even smarter to give her a more offensive rune because her magic is really good. I just felt like giving her a Water Rune just to kind of have it. I mean, Flick already has the Lightning Rune. Luke already has the Wind Rune. I mean, the next rune I could have gave her that would do damage is the Fire Rune, like the Rage Rune or whatever. But I didn't really feel like giving her Rage. So I just stuck with the Flowing Crystal, which is the higher level Water Crystal. As for what do my other characters have on them, Victor has the Double Beat Rune, and Pezmerga has the Killer Rune. So everybody's got runes. Good stuff, good stuff. Anyways, every turn we're just going to keep using Shining Wind, so don't worry about your HP too much in this battle. Like I said, just go all out, and this guy should take no time at all to finish off. And if you're really afraid, you can always bust out one of these healing moves that heals your HP. But like I said, Shining Wind is going to save me every turn. Not going to have any issues here. Guide is really not that difficult. I should also note that he is the only mini-boss, or the only boss you fight in what should be a boss gauntlet for the end of the game. But really, everyone else basically ran away. Huber, he ran away. He's a little bitch. He ran away. Cannon, his little sidekick, ran away. All the other generals have joined our cause. Guide is really the only one left. So all that's really left when we get to the end is going to be Windy and Barbarossa. So just note that. Everything else along the way is just going to be other soldiers. There's really not anything else to fear from the Empire. All of his followers are gone forever. Anyway, just keep hitting this fool with your strongest stuff, and he'll go down probably in the next turn. I can't imagine him lasting much longer than he already has. But there's always a chance. Now you might be wondering, well, why are you wasting all your magic on this guy? Aren't you going to go beat the game today? Well, I am, but... Well, okay, I won't say that. I'm not going to beat the game in this episode. I know I said I was going to beat it next time, but there's a reason why this episode is not called the finale. But anyways, Guide goes down in 3 turns flat. Let's get rid of this conversation first. Emperor Barbarossa, I shall go ahead. To what? To hell? Sucks to be that guy. This is wrong. Flick, shut your face. But just as some things can be right and useless at the same time, can't something be wrong and priceless? Wrong and priceless. Priceless! Anyways, as I was saying... What was I saying? I already forgot what I was saying. I was saying something about how... Oh, this is not going to be the last episode. There's a reason why it doesn't say finale, and that's because I'm going to get all the way up to the end. I'm going to show you the point of no return save is what I'm going to do. Because there's actually a point where you have to save your game there if you want to transfer your save over to Suikoden 2. So I'm probably going to stop the episode there, just to kind of give you guys a point of no return if you're following along with me. If you want to make sure you carry over some stuff when you're playing Suikoden 2, if you're going to play Suikoden 2 along with me as well. Anyway, now inside the castle we actually fight battles. First new enemy is a Colossus. Shadow of the Colossus. He has a shadow. You see it? You see it? You see it? Well, who cares? Because he's a dead Colossus. My guys kick too much ass, especially since Flick, Victor, and main character all already hit that level 60 mark, so they kick ass. Windspun armor. There's actually, I think, only one character in this entire game who can equip the Windspun armor, and his name is Humphrey. So you might be wondering, well, what? Why aren't you using him? You could be having the best armor in the game. Well, you're right, I could be. Instead of Pesmerga, I could be using Humphrey. My first answer to you is I just wanted to use new characters. My second answer to you is I don't even know. Maybe, you know what? I will use Humphrey. It is advisable to go back right now and give Humphrey the Windspun armor, because if of all the items in the game that you could have equipped when you beat it, spoiler alert, Humphrey is in Suikoden 2. Actually, it's not a spoiler. I told you all the people at the end of last episode, didn't I? Never mind. Anyway, Humphrey, when he returns in Suikoden 2, actually will have the Windspun armor if you give it to him in this game. That is one of the 2 items I think that can carry over from Suikoden 1 to 2. In fact, I think it's the only item that carries over from Suikoden 1 to 2, isn't it? There might be one more I'm not thinking of, but that's the one item I know for sure carries over. So if you want to have Windspun armor in Suikoden 2, equip it to Humphrey now. Whether you're going to use him for the ending or not, go back and give it to him if you have to. I'm going to, but first I'm going to go ahead and loot this place and show you all the stuff you have to do here in the castle. I really like this final just finality of this. I mean, listen to the, you can still hear that Gregminister music in the background if you listen closely. It's very faint. It's like the original Gregminister was so far away. We're so far removed from the original Gregminister. It's become such a desolate place, a shadow of its former self. It's just a perfect environment, or what do you call it, perfect ambience for this, how this game is going to end. Let's go ahead and kill these Imperial Guards. I want to get everybody as high level as I can. We might as well kind of build up to the end here by fighting every battle we run into, especially if it's guards. The more guards we kill, the more I feel like we're going through, you know, going through lines and lines of soldiers just to get ourselves to the Emperor. Because this place is so just desolate looking. You think there'd be guards at every room, but there's not. There's not. I mean, we've had, what, 1 set of guards attack us so far? Anyways, you'll quickly notice when you come into the throne room, nobody's here. Well, there must be more to this castle than we ever saw before. You would be correct. If you recall, when Futch came here on the back of his dragon, when he came to get that, what was it, the moonlight, black moonlight weed or whatever? No, what was it called? The black dragon orchid, I think it was called? Yeah. When he came to do that, he was actually at the top of the castle, which is the floating garden or whatever. So we have to actually go all the way up to the floating garden. So that just means we have to go past the throne room and keep going up. Oh, look, more new enemies. A phantom and an echidna. Oh, one thing that should be noted about the echidna, which is, I believe, that Medusa-looking bitch in the back row, they actually can drop Windspun armor. Kind of pointless, because the only person who can equip it is Humphrey, and he already got one. But there's been a lot of items in this game where the one character that can use it already has it, and then you get another one and it's pointless. I.e. the trick rune that only Jeppo can use and he already has one, or the boar rune which Pawn has and I get another one of those too. I mean, there's a few items like that that are pointless to get another one of, but you have them anyways. Because it says right on the rune, Pawn's crystal, Jeppo's crystal. I mean, it's like, why have another one then if they already have one equipped and you can't put on another one? What is the point? I'll just tell you, there isn't one. Nostalgia, I guess. I don't know. Nostalgia? No. What's the word I'm looking for? I guess nostalgia. Fuck if I know. Reminiscence. Let's hit him with a little bit of this storm, baby. Aw, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna hit myself with some Rain of Kindness just to be healed up too, just so everybody can be full HP. We don't want to accidentally run into a battle and die now. Although, now, like I said before, Ain Guide is the only boss you fight before the final boss. So don't be worried walking through this castle that you might run into another boss unprepared. The only boss left is the end, and it's not really 100% like, oh my god, there's the boss. Like, you get a chance to prepare, but when you see that last save point, you know you're almost there. Although the last save point is missable if you don't go the right way. Like, it's a fork in the road when you get to the end. If you go to the wrong way, you will pass the save point. I'm going to show you to make sure you don't miss that save point if you want to continue with your save to Suikoden 2. Finally, some more guards actually block our way that aren't random battle. Finally. I guess I could have hit him with some hell just to be mean and kill him in one hit. Or we can fight them all epically with some free will and just go all physical attacks. One problem with using physical attacks in these random battles is I have Luke in my party, and that's one less person that can attack. He only has short range, and his attack sucks anyways. You could just use one of his magic attacks every turn if you really wanted to. But I'm being lazy, and I'm just free-willing them because it's more fun that way for me. Then I can just talk and not think. Anyways, there's only 2 more treasures left here in this dungeon. The first was Windspun Armor, so there's only 2 more. I can't believe we're almost done with this game, guys. I mean, Suikoden 1 has gone flown by so fast. I'm kind of happy, though. I'm getting super amped up to start some Suikoden 2. Suikoden 2, my favorite game of all time, if I haven't already said it. And well, I'll give you a better segue into that in the next episode when we go beat the game. But for now, just know that my anticipation is kind of just building very high right now because I'm dying to beat this game already. Even though I do love it. I do love it. It's just Suikoden 2 so much better. Whip it in. Anyway, I just feel like hell in those guys. Get them out of my screen. I might start letting go of random battles now just because I want to... Nah, maybe not. This place really isn't that long, so I don't know why I'm even like getting annoyed by random battles. I guess it's just because I've been doing so much random battling in the last few hours before I started playing to make sure everybody was as high level as I wanted. Like all the characters who are going to be returning in Suikoden 2. I wanted to make sure they were all level 52 or higher so I can get the benefit of their stat gains. And that took me quite a while, especially since I wanted to max all their weapons too. And maxing everyone's weapons to level 16 is a ridiculous task money-wise, unless you just play the dice game until you max your money, which is a cheap way to do it. But it's possible, but you just have to wait till you get lucky. At least random battles, you always get the money every time. Die, soldiers, die. Die, all of you. Probably should heal Victor. I mean, he is dying, after all. Double beat them, Victor. Double beat them. Dead Victor. Yep, I knew it. It's alright. Having the double beat rune on Victor is actually really nice. By the way, the double beat rune was the rune that was on IK, and it's the only one in the game. So if you want to put it on a different character, which like I did, you have to actually remove it from IK first, which I did. Highly advisable since the double beat rune is awesome for physical attackers. I guess I can use some of these freaking mega medicines I've been building up. There's no way in hell I'm going to be using them all otherwise. Let's see, this way is a dead end, so we go to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Let go, no mo. We're going to have plenty more soldiers to kill, so I'll just skip random battles now. Let's see. Let's hit these fools with some hell. Why not? I got 3 more hells to burn. Let's use them. Death to the infidels. Go to hells. Ammo. I'm El Capitano. Alright, so actually I should mention, if you go back out of the castle to heal up or do any people, like party changes, equipment changes, whatever you want to do, all these battles with the guards will not happen again. All these guards will be gone. You can just walk right through here unimpeded, minus the random battles. But of course, I can just let go of all random battles at this point, so it's pretty easy to get back through this place. Escape talisman, if you want to get back out of here, might work, but I didn't bring one with me. Kind of dumb. I should have brought one just in case I wanted to. But, I mean, it's worth a try. I don't know if it will work, but it might. And I don't recall there being this many guards. I'm kind of impressed that there is this many. Here I was complaining that this place didn't have any guards along the way trying to get to Barbarossa, but it does. It's just the first couple floors of the castle were abandoned, the ones that were inhabited by random people. But I guess the upper floors are all guarded by guards. Makes sense, I guess. Actually, it does make sense if you think about it. Pretty much every movie ever where there's like a tower or a building and the boss is on top, there's always a bunch of guards along the way. But on the lowest floor, there's usually either nothing or like actual genuine inhabitants of like a building or something, you know, like just tenants if it's an apartment building or whatever. Like a movie like the Dredd movie is a good example. Dredd, you know, the remake of Judge Dredd. The boss is on the top floor, all the minions are like along the way, but on the lowest floor there's just like regular citizens living there. Good example, good example. I'm sure there's other examples that are better than that, but that's just the first one that came to my mind. Boom, 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 boom. I win, bitch, I win. How many more guards do I gotta go through? Oh my god. So many guards, so little time. Actually, I got plenty of time. I don't know why I said so little time. Does Ball of Lightning hit all? No, only Rainstorm does. Fine, we'll hit him with some more magic. You know what I should be doing is hitting them with some Storm. Storm. No, not Storm from X-Men. Storm the magical spell. Okay? Okay. I really can't wait till we get to Suikoden 2. The magic animations are so much better in that game too. I mean, a lot of the magic spells are still in the next game, but like the same names, but the spells will be different in terms of either what they do or how they look. They look a lot better. Just the animations for the spells, they look a lot better. A lot fucking better. Let's see, if we keep going... I think if we kill this guard and keep going east, there'll be... Why am I defending? I don't know. There'll be some more something. I don't know. We'll find out in a moment, won't we? Let's try to stop speculating and just see what the hell it is after we kill all these damn guards. Black Shadow! Eat my black hoe, you black hoe. And if you'll notice, the time is quickly rising on this episode. Hence the other reason why I know I didn't want to do this whole area and beat the final boss in the same episode. Because not only do we have to take the time to defeat the final boss, which will take at least a few minutes, because it's probably not is the hardest fight in the game. It is, no, hands down, hands down. Here's our second treasure in the dungeon, which is a horn helmet, which I will be equipping on Pezmerja because he can equip it, and he doesn't even have a helmet. I was actually anticipating picking up that helmet for him. Anyways, as I was saying, the hardest boss in the game is the final boss. It should be that way, and in this game, it is that way. Thank God. Now, is it to the east or to the west that I have to go? Now I'm not recalling. Huh. Which way seems more important? Okay, this way. Whew, I got a little worried for a second there. Okay, power ring and a random battle and the last save point in the game. Here it is. This is our checkpoint. If you want to transfer your save to Suikoden 2 and anything you want to have transferred over, you must have already done. So when you make this save, make sure you remember which save it is. So when you load up Suikoden 2, you'll load this save because this is the last save in the game. That's the last time I'm saying it. So next time on Let's Play Suikoden, we will finally, once and for all, beat the game. Get excited because I am. See you guys then. Peace.